Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back. In today's video, I'd like to talk about the multiple reasons people tend to suffer on manifesting journey. Typically, they're a specific person. So this is what I personally experienced suffering. Although pain is inevitable, but suffering is completely a choice. So at times most of the time, it doesn't feel like it's a choice. So I would like to give you some pointers and my perspectives on manifesting a specific person coming from the place that is suffering. The reasons, a few reasons. I didn't script this. I don't script any of my videos. I just free flow. So let's say what comes out of it, but what I intend for this video to offer to you is more clarity, obviously, and also to offer you the understanding and most importantly, the big picture that you're not doing all these things as you are quote unquote off track. You are always on track. Whenever you feel it doesn't feel like I'm doing this right, I feel like I'm off track, that is the contrast. The contrast actually offers you the opportunity to keep at this thing called manifesting, called releasing your resistance, called living in the end from your wish fulfilled, because all is here and all is done. It helps you to keep on honing in and getting close to the version of you that is truly enjoying everything, accepting things that you may like, you might not like, but completely with full acceptance, or acceptance to a certain degree, so much so that you don't have that much of a resistance left for the manifestation to be replaced in your physical reality. So that is my intention for you to get away from this video. Okay, so that was a long intro. Okay, let's get into this. Number one, suffering, the reason. You don't know if you're doing it right and if you are doing it wrong. So at the back of your mind, you keep on being anxious about it. So this is completely the opposite to you are the creator. You feel like there is some outer source out there outside of you. There is a quote unquote entity out there to control these manifestation, to keep them away or to give them, most likely. Yeah, you feel the way it's like the source, the entity keeps your manifestation away until you get it right. You feel some way, somehow, you're getting punished because you have this desire to even begin with. All right, so anxiety is bound to come out of this state of being. That's number one reason. The second reason is a lot of people, at least for myself, manifesting specific people as initially they came to our physical reality as you could call it the people who tend to trigger you, who obviously your specific person has triggered you multiple times. What is their role in your life is they actually offer you the side of you that you have not yet been conscious of. That is why they actually offer you this opportunity for you to do the shadow work, to go through the dark night of the soul, for you to come out on the other side to eventually experience what you wish to experience. Now, why did I make this as a reason? Is because for people who especially have suffered tremendously childhood trauma and just went through so much pain growing up as adults as a whole, there are so much things that are tucked away in your subconscious, which you're completely unconscious of. So we tend to, and we tend to manifest, attract, quote unquote, all these people to offer us the insights, the opportunity for us to keep or start digging away, let all these unconscious stuff to bubble up for us to release it, for you to eventually experience all your desires, your divine selections, whether it's career, job, work, your dream work, dream job, your relationship, your money, your career, your house, wherever in the world you want to live, and your ultimate self-concept as higher self coming through. So that's why I chose this reason, is to always offer you, there is big picture, there is much larger big picture for you to see, as right now this is the stage of life you are going through, you are growing out of, you're growing, evolving from this standpoint. So that is why gratitude. Be grateful for this human experience as a whole. You are right here in the now, experiencing this. To suffer and to make yourself feel miserable is absolutely a choice. I went through this for majority of my adulthood, so I know this really firsthand. Comes out from my personal experiences in all aspects of my life. So that is why, to see this as a bigger picture, you want this person to come in to offer the love that you yet wish to offer it to yourself. Or should I say it another way, you have this idea, this desire to be loved, yet you don't allow yourself, because if you do allow yourself to be loved, to be accepted, to be worshipped, cherished by a specific person, then where is the worries? There is no problem. You just be really content every single day. You'll be moving on to your life, and every single day it's not going to be a great day every single day, but because things happen and circumstances do pop up, but your feeling state is, there is no outer circumstances is going to make you feel, although we are human, we still have all these emotions, but still you have all these compassion, love for yourself, to be like, that's fine, this is cool, I don't like it, I don't want to experience this, but it's obviously what is in front of me, so I am not going to resist it, because that is going to cost me more energy. So that's definitely something I don't want to do to myself. So you be crying, but you accept what's going on right in front of you. So see, that's a choice also, and that is what I've been talking about, is self-awareness. It's going to be coming out of this much sharpened self-awareness, so that you understand this is absolutely a choice. Although you may not choose to be away from the choice of I can still be present, maybe you still go into the suffering mode, but still deep down it is a choice. So you could start practicing. So your SP they do, what they don't do in your physical reality, that has to be something you don't get affected by. And it's always easily said than done. However, as a person who lives in their wish fulfilled state, they allow themselves all these time, space, energy, opportunities to keep on coming back to their wish fulfilled state, regardless how the 3D looks. Once again, it is a practice. Okay, so let's move on to my very last reason. Now, a lot of people on conscious manifesting SP back journey, they would like to have this person as their life partner. That regardless if this person is their divine selection. What does this mean? Is they have their willpower instead of they just would like to experience life with this specific person. So that means there is control from the beginning. It has to be this person. So instead of having the desire of experiencing life, sharing a beautiful life with a divine selection of a husband, of a life partner, they chose this divine partner for themselves, and they say, this specific person is the divine selection. I make this specific person a divine selection. Now, of course, this person can absolutely be your divine selection. However, if you feel you have to be with this person, then you can be happy, content. You can feel life is such a blessing. No. Even if this person is your truly divine selection, it's so hard for you to manifest them as the version of this divine selection of yours to show up in your 3D world as the desired versions. So it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is you can definitely manifest your specific person. However, if you, the only man, only woman in the world, you feel you are going to have your life with, you can only imagine your life with them, that is such a limitation. And with all my heart, I want you to manifest this person as your divine selection. I want all of you guys to have your specific person as your divine selection, but it is just not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that. You can say, Rina, it is your limiting belief. Because how do I know? I also manifested multiple people who were not my divine selection. But at the time, I told myself, no, must be this man, must be this person. Until my divine selection showed up, I just couldn't know better. I couldn't know better. So you're in, like, the indication of you completely keep on manifesting this person as your divine selection. At the same time, you do it with ease. You don't do it with struggle. You don't do it with so much resistance. You allow yourself to live. You allow the other person to live. apparently this is your divine selection, because you can be cool about this. Or eventually, after 5 years, after 10 years, you can be cool about this. Still, this person could be your divine selection to begin with. But you evolve and grow into this ideal version of yourself, the self-concept you have, self-image you have, multiple layers of you shedded. You see that is actually the goal of the purpose of this whole manifesting specific person thing, because you get to change, you get to evolve, you get to completely turn into somebody who feels she is blessed by life in general. So your partner is one aspect, important aspect to a lot of people, and that's understandable, that's beautiful. But they are just one aspect in your life. They're one person in your life. So if you feel miserable in general, and that is just not a good place to, it's not a rich soil to grow anything out of. So I'm saying this, it's totally from the bottom of my heart, is I want you guys to suffer, but stop suffering ultimately, because that's your choice on this journey. So you get something, you grow into a better version of you day by day. And that is, I believe, the purpose of conscious manifesting, is you actually get to manifest a much better version of yourself, that you feel you're in your own skin, you feel you're absolutely a part of infinite intelligence, and this power is never leaving you, has always stayed with you, is you. There's no beginning, there is no end. For all eternities, you are this power. So take whatever resonated. Yes, if you struggle, if you still feel all these techniques not working, they don't actually play a part to make you feel emotional stability, to have this emotional stability. You got to decide you have this emotional stability as the person who has their wish fulfilled already. So from that point, this point, you get to enjoy life right here, right now, regardless your specific person is here or not. And that is the perfect rich soil to grow anything for your specific person to reach out, or not reaching out. You might reach out and things start getting better from there, or getting worse. But a lot of time, as you probably know, you're a human also experiencing contrast. Sometimes things get worse before they get better. So when they get better, it's not an average better. It is the ultimate better that it would be beyond your imagination, that you absolutely get to experience in this life.